So I don't expect this video to get a lot of views, but I would like to rant about something I've been thinking about for a while. And that is how 2.0 was a very weird time in the Geometry Dash community. So first I would like to give some background information about 2.0. And that 2.0 was an update that added things like text and move and alpha triggers and some more decorations, allowing creators to make unique and decorated levels. And at first, all these new objects were promising, and Geometry Dash Meltdown had some very unique and interesting levels. I mean, the songs were very fun, the gameplay was fun, so you would think that early 2.0 levels would be good too. Well, no. For the first 6 or so months, the 2.0 levels consisted of unreadable move triggers and alpha triggers, line jumps, ugly contrasting colors, and fire spam. And if you don't know what fire spam is, well, it's basically where you spam the fire object. Overall, the first part of 2.0 consisted of levels like Ultra Paracosm and Deadlock V3, both of which consisted of basically all the things I already mentioned. Specifically, Deadlock V3 has some pretty unreadable gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to the last months of 2.0, it still is pretty bad, but for a different reason. So, the last months of 2.0 were very interesting because the community stopped making fire spam unreadable levels, but what they started to make was still bad in its own way. The later 2.0 levels consisted of very gray decoration and bland gameplay. And if you've ever tried to play through the early gauntlets, like the Fire, Ice, or Poison gauntlet, you'll know what I'm talking about. These levels used quiet shongs usually, and usually start with a cube, and then they go into a drop, which has a ship, and a UFO, and then a ball, in that order, and maybe a wave section or robot section after that. And it basically just continues like that for the rest of the level, so it was pretty bland gameplay. Also, the decoration was very bland, usually just some gray plants and basic block design. Maybe the level would post blue or green on the beat, but that's it. Also, and I don't know why, the creators would always put their names in the level. Like, I really do not know why they did this, but it was usually above the gameplay, and it was at the start or midway through the level, usually at the part that they started making, but like, it was really obvious and kind of weird looking, honestly. But the main problem I have with late 2.0 levels is that they're just all the same. None of them were very unique, and most of them felt like copies of the last one you played. There's not very much difference between them, so I just think those levels were not very unique. So, in conclusion, I feel like most of the 2.0 levels were bad, and I think there were some good ones, but I do think the community improved on the levels they were making after 2.1 and 2.11 came out. And I feel like most of the early levels were just experiments and not really serious levels. So I want to thank you if you got this far in the video, and I would like to ask that you please like and subscribe as it supports the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.